Hello everyone, this is Whitebox here with another Spirit Island game. This is going to be another two-handed game, two-handed solo game. I know I've played both Lure and Volcano pretty recently, but they came up on my randomizer, and I really wanted to play them, especially for this matchup. I'm going to be playing against Scotland 5 for the first time, and both these spirits are pretty strong, I think, so we'll see how I do with that. I've got everything set up, so I am ready to go, and for once I'm going to remember to use these little markers to keep track of which growth option I choose. So hopefully that'll make it a little easier to see what I'm doing throughout this game. The initial Explorer was in sands, so I'm going to stop as many of these ravages as I can, just because I don't really have to, but it's worth it, I think, especially stopping the cascade here that could happen next turn. So to that end, I want to play Softly Beckon Ever Inward with Lure, and probably Perils of the Deepest Island, just so I can get Forsake Society to chase after dreams. So let's go ahead and try to do something like that. Into my lands, so we'll see how that works out. So to that end, I'm going to go ahead and gain some elements, or I guess my first option is going to be to add a presence to an inland land. I do want to get to 2 card plays. I'm going to go into this wetlands here, and then I'm going to go with the first growth option in my second set here. And I guess it doesn't really matter which of these elements I get. Probably want to get Never Heard From Again. Where are my element markers? There we go. So I'm going to take a leaf, and I'll mark those kind of to the right of my growth tracks. So that was this and this. I get 2 energy from that as well. Oop, did I not take my energy? There we go. Thought I was all set. So 2 energy from that. 1 energy just for presence phase, and then I'm going to play Softly Beckon Ever Inward and Perils of the Deepest Island. And I'll try to keep this set up here for the rest of the game, keep my Lure card plays above my Volcano card plays, or maybe the other way around. I'll switch it up, but I'll try to keep them in one row, just to make it easier. As far as Volcano goes, I don't have a lot that I want to do this turn. Probably just going to set up for a future turn and start laying down some bad lands, which obviously helps the Lure out as well. So let's go ahead and just go for double growth here, add 2 presence. I'll go from bottom, and I'll do a big stack, but I'll put 1 to the side just so you know it's a sacred site. And I will play Lava Flows with my 1 energy. Okay, that's my turn. I'm going to go ahead and flip an event here because I have no fast powers. None that I'm going to use anyway. I don't need to use an Explosive Eruption yet. Just flipping an event just for timing, and then I go straight into the Invader phase. So they're going to build in sands. So get a lot of builds going out, but that's alright. I can deal with those later. Hopefully all those Dahan don't die. We'll see what happens. If they are able to fight back or defend themselves, that'll be better, but I'm not too worried either way about them. Alright, and then we go ahead and go to an Explorer. Explorers in mountains. So I do get 1 town. Scotland's special rule is that in coastal lands, up to 2 times per turn for each board, they explore with a town rather than an explorer. And that's that. So next I go to growth. Or slow powers. Not growth, that would be bad. So let me go ahead and do Lava Flows. Where do I want the lava to flow? I can take that out if I need to. It's not super important though. Probably dealing with this land. I might end up killing all the Dahan there, but that's probably okay. I don't care about them too much. I'm a volcano. So. Or maybe start dealing with the city and just let that ravage and see what happens. That might be alright too. So yeah, I think I'll do that. Start pushing towards the coast here. And see if I can take out those 2 coastal cities. I do have a 3 stack, so I have an extra 1 range with every power that I use from the mountain, but I'm okay with putting it there. I think that's fine. And then with the Lure of the Deep Wilderness, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and softly beckon ever inward in this land. It's going to beckon 2 explorers and 2 towns. I'll also beckon, I don't need these coastal beasts, so I'll beckon those in. And do I want Dahan as well? Yeah, why not? I'll beckon some Dahan in. It's a nice big party that we're having here in this land number 5. Then I have Perils of the Deepest Island. So let's go ahead and do that. No, actually, instead of that guy, I'll gather this guy here. It doesn't really make a difference, I guess. I can push those towards the coast. That might be better, just to try to deal with that. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and use Perils of the Deepest Island on this land as well. So I'll add Badlands here. I get 1 fear. And I can add a beast within 1 range. Let's go ahead and add that here. And I'll push these 2 guys to the coast. And maybe they'll be able to do something about that town. We'll see. Then I have Forsake Society to chase after dreams, which I do want to use on that coastal town, I think. So, I have the 2nd level within run range, so I can replace 1 town with 2 explorers, which I will do. And then I can gather any number of those, I'll gather all of them, into my lands. Target did not have any towns or cities remaining, so I don't get the fear from that, but that's okay. I do have Never Heard From Again, because of my leaf here, my plant. So I have the 2nd level, Never Heard From Again, which is destroy up to 2 explorers per Badlands, Beasts, everything. Yeah, I have enough. I'm going to destroy all 4 of those explorers. Only gets me 1 fear, 1 away from that extra fear. That's okay though. Alright, and that's that. So then I go ahead and discard my cards and go back to growth. So I've dealt with that coastal one. They are still going to build a town there just because of Scotland's special rule. Coastal or lands adjacent to coastal cities still build. That's their level 3 ability. So they will still build a town here, but I can deal with that again with Forsake Society to chase after dreams. At least it won't be a city, and that's the important thing. So what do I want to do now? So I think I've got these 2 ravages dealt with. These I'm not super concerned about. I'll see what happens there. But I should probably deal with Volcano's board first. And try to deal with that. Now I'm also not worried about that explorer that's in that land. I will do an eruption probably next turn and kill him just from myself. I don't have to worry about him whatsoever. So to that end, let me reset these markers. I go to 2 card plays. That'd be okay. Rain of Ash is pretty good. I can use that up here, push those guys out after they build, so then I won't have to worry about them. So the question is, do I want to do a Pyroclastic Bombardment? It's expensive. It would be a way to stop the Ravage there. Wouldn't stop the Ravage there, but that's probably okay. I think I'll just let that go. See if I get an event that has Dahan do damage. I might just save the energy and do Exaltation of Molten Stone and Rain of Ash, just to kind of build up a little bit. So I still want to keep building up. So let's go one from bottom, one from top. That'll get me 2 energy per turn and 2 card plays. Ooh, I won't have the energy for this if I do that. This will be 3 energy. I guess I don't have to play Exaltation of Molten Stone. I can just play Rain of Ash. But I don't need the 3 Earth right now. Interesting. So I could also gain a power card. That'll get me +1 card play this turn. Gain 3 energy. That might be the way to go. I'll still go from bottom. Out of presence there. Oh no. Alright, I'm back. I used the minor power element spill across the floor. It wasn't very effective. Alright, so I decided that I'm going for a power card. I'll get 2 energy from that, +1. And I do actually want to go from top, I think. I'm not going to be playing more than 2 cards this turn. I can do a double growth to get that second card play next. Okay. So I've got Dark Entangled Woods, that's alright. Lure of the Unknown, set them on an ever-twisting trail. And the shore seethes with hatred. I do like that. That's probably the way to go here. Yeah. More Badlands. Has both fire and earth. That's pretty good. So I might just do that. Let's see. I don't need to do Exaltation of Molten Stone. It's just 1 energy. So yeah, let me go ahead and do, this was growth option 3. Gained a power card. I'm playing 2 cards this turn. Rain of Ash and the Shore Seethes with Hatred, which I can never say, but I got there eventually. Alright, as far as Lure of the Deep Wilderness goes, so I'm just letting these 2 blight. I'm not too concerned about that. I'll deal with them later. Alright, so as far as Lure of the Deep Wilderness goes, I've got 2 cards left. I could gain a power card to forestall having to reclaim. But if I do that, I'm not going to get 4/6 Society to Chase After Dreams. And I do want that because it'll let me stop this coastal town from being built, and that's going to be important. So what I'll probably do is go for the same first growth option there. It slows me down, not getting extra cards, but I think it's okay. And I'll have to reclaim next turn, which isn't ideal, but it should be alright. So let's go top track. I think I'll end up going major powers this game. Add a presence to an inland land 4 range away. Let's go. Don't need a sacred site. I could start going to Volcano's board. Yeah, let's do that. I'll go over there. I think that's okay. So that was that growth option, and then I'll also do gain elements. I'm going to gain a moon and 2 energy. So I'll have 4 energy this turn. And I'll play Gift of the Untamed Wild and Swallowed by the Wilderness. And I'll have a decent amount of energy stockpiled, so I'll be able to go majors relatively soon, I think. Okay, so those are my card plays. I have an extra moon, which is going to get me Forsake Society to Chase After Dreams. Let's go ahead and play. So with fast powers, I have Swallowed by the Wilderness. I can do 2 fear. It's a range 0 targeting inland, which is going to be right here. I do 1 damage per beast, Badlands, all tokens. I have 3 tokens there, so it's 3 damage. Plus 1 for the Badlands is 4. Kill both those towns. Gets me 2 more fear. Next is going to be Volcano. I think I'm not going to do an eruption, so that's it for fast powers. I'll just let that go, and, well, you know, it's probably okay to destroy that. It'll just be two presence. It'll stop them building. It'll stop the ravage. It's probably worth it. So let's go ahead and destroy 2 of my presence there. Targeting this land with the volcanic eruption, doing 2 damage. And then the collapse and a blast of lava and steam is going to kill this explorer as well. I'm 1 fear away from a fear card, and I'll be able to regrow one of those presents at the end of this turn. So. Okay, that's fast powers. Next, I come to an event. Event is Sacred Sites Under Threat. I actually have one with lure, which is weird. So it's aided by fire, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and guard them myself for well or ill. The cost is 3 energy per land where I have a Sacred Site and Invaders, which is only down here in land number 8. I have 2 fire on lure, 2 fire on volcano, so that's 4. It's already paid for. I actually have 5. So it's already paid for. I'm just going to do the 2 damage and kill that town, which does get me a fear card. Beast Prow. Each beast generates 1 fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. So I got 1 fear, and then a bunch of beasts moving around. So let's go in there. I want them near the coast. I guess that's fine. Can always pull them back in later. And then Spirit Speakers solve riddles of power. Each spirit with at least 4 Dahan among its lands gains a minor power. Nope, none of them. Okay. And let's hope I get to defend 1 per Dahan, because then I'll save some in this land at least. So, fear card. Belief takes root. Defend 2 in all lands with presence. Nope, not gonna help. Alright, so they will ravage. So 0 damage here, 0 here, 1 here, not enough. 6 damage here, which will kill all of those Dahan. Sorry guys, you're on Volcano's board, and that's not going to have you have a long life, unfortunately. And that does add 1 blight, which is okay. Then they're going to go ahead and build in mountains. So they'll build here. And they'll build here, thanks to Scotland's special rule. And they'll build here, which is okay. And then explore wetlands with escalation. So let's see. So I'm going to have a couple of towns here from this exploration. Board D is the swingy one. So I get 2 towns there, which is not good. 1 explorer here. And 1 town there. I'm definitely going to have to deal with those coastal towns, because if they end up with, what is it going to be, 5 coastal lands with towns, then I lose. So yeah, got to avoid that. And then the escalation here is in the single board with the most coastal towns and cities, which is a tie, so I get to choose. Add 1 town to the 2 lands with the fewest towns. So that's fine. I can go ahead and do it, I think, on Volcano's board. He'll be able to handle it easier. I'll throw 1 into that sands, and I might just throw 1 into my Volcano, and I'll do another eruption next turn, just to kind of mix it up. Okay. So that was that. Next is going to be slow powers. So, slow powers here. I've got a couple. So I've got Gift of the Untamed Wild. Target spirit can either choose to, let's see, add 1 wilds to their lands, or replace 1 of their presence with a Sneaky Boy. So let's go ahead and do I'm just going to add a wilds in here. That'll let me kill the city that gets built there. Much easier. Okay. Now I've got Forsake Society to chase after dreams, never heard from again. Let's go ahead with Forsake Society. Got the second level again. So I can replace a town with 2 explorers and then gather them in. Could do it either of these places. I don't want the cascade from that coastal land into the sea though, so I think I'll do this one. Gather those explorers in here. And then I have never heard from again, so I can destroy up to 2 per tokens. Actually, I've got... Nope, I don't have the extra Badlands, but I can destroy up to 4, so I'll destroy all 3 of those. And then Volcano. I've got Powered by the Furnace of the Earth, so I'll get one of my presents back. I could pay 2... No, I don't have the energy for that, so I do have Rain of Ash, which I'll go ahead and do. I guess it's less important that I get those guys out of there. Probably better to push stuff out of the coast. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to use Rain of Ash here to fear, because invaders are present. I'll push this town in here, and push these 2 to Han, into that corner. And then the shore seethes with hatred. Sometime I'll get that on the first try. 1 fear adds a wilds and a badlands to a coastal land. I'll go ahead and do that. In here still. Maybe this one would be better. I'd rather be able to kill both those cities, I think, and I'll see if I can do it next turn, which would stop the build here. I think that's fine. Okay. Well, actually it wouldn't, because there is still a city here, so I can't stop that build there. Okay, yeah, let me do it in there instead. Although I don't really need the extra damage there. It's just kind of setting up for a couple turns. Very, very tricky. Yeah, I'll stick with that. I'll just stack up Badlands in that land so I can take it out. Alright, so that was Shore Seas with Hatred, Powered by the Furnace of the Earth, Rain of Ash, and Lures stuff. So I am good. So I will discard. And go back to growth. So let me reset these. I'm going to reclaim cards on Lure, because I have to. And I should start going for majors. But I don't think this is the turn. I think I want to wait until I have some stuff in discard so I can just get rid of things. I'll go all top track Lure this game. Usually I like bottom track more, but this will be a top track game. So to that end, I think I'll go growth 3 again. Just kind of keep piling up energy. I get 2 for presence as well. Got a lot of energy. And which element do I want? Let's see, I can't do Swallowed by the Wilderness. I'm going to give up a couple blights this turn, but that's okay. Just 2. Do I want to softly beckon ever inward? I think I do. So I think I'll do the softly beckon and perils of the deepest island again, that combo. So I'll have moon next turn. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. And I'll take a plant again for my extra element. Okay, with Volcano looming high, I think I want to do a double growth. I can go up to 3 energy per turn, which is pretty good if I do that. That'll have me with 3 earth, and I can just do Pyroclastic Bombardment. And I'll be doing a Volcanic Eruption anyway, so let's do that. Okay, so I'm good with that. Alright, I can almost clear that coastal land out, which will be pretty good. Dealing with that coastal wetlands a little bit harder. This one is just a disaster, but that's okay. Alright, so let's see what happens with this. I'm going to go to fast powers. I have 2 for Volcano. I do want to do an eruption. Do I want to just kill everything in that land? I think I do in that coastal jungle, because that'll be very nice. So let's do Pyroclastic and Bombardment here. It's 1 damage to each town and city. It'll kill the Dahan, which is fine. Then an extra 1 damage. Let's do that to one of the cities. And then 2 more damage because of the Badlands. So I'll kill that city for 2 fear. Yeah, I'll just do a short 2-person eruption. This was this growth. Which will kill this thanks to Collapse and a Blast of Lava and Steam for 1 fear. And then kill both of these for 3 fear. It gets me another fear card. So maybe not the best use of that. That's a land that's not doing anything just yet, but it clears it all out, and that's what I wanted. Okay. Now I go to an event. Still a healthy island for now, so putting down roots on each inland land, or on an inland land on each board. Replace 1 explorer with 1 town. I'll do that there. And then stricken. Invaders do not ravage inlands with strife or disease. Okay. And then drive off the interlopers. Each player may push 1 explorer or town from a land with Dahan. Let's go ahead and do that one. Not bad. Oh, and I have to do it here too, so it would be that. And then Dahan Reclaim Fishing Grounds. I'm still in Terra level 1. So each player chooses a different land, different coastal land with Dahan. 1 damage per Dahan. Well, I've only got this one here, so 1. So I have to choose different lands, so can't really do much with that. Alright, Ravage. So this guy will just die. 1 of these is hurt, but probably won't matter. Ravage here, so that will do a Blight. And that's that. Next I get a build. They're going to build in wetlands. They will still build in this wetland because there is a coastal or an adjacent city, even though it's not coastal. They'll build a city here. And they'll build another town in there. Explore mountains, that's good. Okay. I like mountains. I can deal with mountains. Okay. And then the escalation, let's see, which of these boards has the most coastal towns and cities? It's this one. So I get to add 2 more towns to Lure's board. Smorgasbord. Let's just throw those over there. Okay, so that's that. And then I come to slow powers. So I have Powered by the Furnace of the Earth. I'm going to reclaim, regrow one of these presents. Still can't afford to gain a power card, but that's fine. And then Lure has a couple things. So I'm going to use Softly Beckon Ever Inward. Tricky part is where I get rid of the city there. I think I can leave this because I'll be able to go in there next turn and kill it with Swallowed by the Wilderness. So let's go with this guy. 2 of these. Bring that guy back and that guy back. And why not? I'll bring the Dahan in as well. And then Perils of the Deepest Island. Let's stick with that land. I will add a Badlands here. Gets me 1 fear. And then I can add 1 beast within one land. Let's do it here. And I can push these guys then. I don't want to push them into the into that. They'll just kind of be lands to the slaughter. So let's push them. Oh no, it's pushed from this land. So I'll keep pushing this guy to the coast. That is good. Okay. And then I've also got Forsake Society to Chase After Dreams and Never Heard From Again, just the 2nd level of that. So with Forsake Society to Chase After Dreams, yeah, I can actually deal with that right now. So let's get this guy. Hold them in, and then I don't have to worry about that land next turn. Okay, and then Never Heard From Again. I'll just destroy those 3 explorers, which gets me 1 fear. And those are my slow powers. So, discard cards. And I go back to Growth. And I'd like to put off a Reclaim if I can. With both Volcano and with Lure. So with Volcano, let's go Growth top. I'm going Growth 3. Gains 2 energy. I'm going to have a decent amount of energy this turn, so let's go for a major. Angry Bears. Sleep and Never Waken. Can't use that with Volcano. The Trees and Stones Speak of War. It's not that great. So not really anything good. Vigor of the Breaking Dawn's okay, but we're going to hit the kicker for it. So none of these are fantastic. I think I'll just go Angry Bears, so I can stack up some stuff for Lure. And as much as I like the Shore Seas with Hatred, I think I'm going to forget that one. Alright. Then I have 4 energy just from Growth, so I'll pay for my Angry Bears and Exaltation of Molten Stone. As for Lure, I think it's time for a major with Lure as well. So for Lure, I'm going to go ahead and choose top growth here. Where to? Where does it make sense to throw this guy? Could do him up in this corner. It's okay. It just gives me more coverage. I think I'll do that. Well, let me wait actually. I'm going to do that growth option after I pick up a major, so I know if I need a sacred site for targeting. So let's pick up a major with lure as well. I've got Cast Down into the Briny Deep. Infestation of Venomous Spiders, very good. Insatiable Hunger of the Swarm, also good. And Pyroclastic Flow. Why couldn't I have gotten that on Volcano? Alright, so interesting choices. Probably one of the beast ones. And I think stopping them from ravaging there is going to be really good. So let's go with Infestation of Venomous Spiders. And I'll forget Perils of the Deepest Island. So tuck that under there. And I've got the second moon unlocked, which is good. So I don't need to do Swallowed by the Wilderness, although they are going to ravage there, so I think I need to. So that was this option. So I won't get Forsake Society to chase after dreams. That's okay, though. I will add another presence in here. Gain 2 energy. Not too far away from the kicker for this. And I'll do Infestation of Venomous Spiders and Swallowed by the Wilderness. Just to make it easier, convert that to a 3. There we go. So those are my card plays. So fast powers. Let's go ahead and use Infestation of Venomous Spiders here. So I can add a beast. Gather up to 1 beast. And then for each beast, 1 fear, and invaders skip 1 action and target land. Don't have the kicker, so I don't get all the fear for that just yet. I think eventually I will be able to get that. Maybe. The earth is going to be the hard part, though. Okay. And then I'll use Swallowed by the Wilderness right here. It does 5 damage, 7 damage because of the Badlands. More than enough to kill both those towns. Get me a fear card. Lure's board is looking pretty good. And now I am still 2 away. Scotland has a ton of fear cards, so it's hard to chunk through that. And then as far as Volcano goes, I'm going to use Exaltation of Molten Stone, which means that I have 3 fire. So I'm going to give 2 to Volcano and 1 to Lure. And do I want to do an Eruption now or just wait? I think I'll do an Eruption now, stop at least 1 of these ravages. So I'll destroy 2 presents. Kills this guy, thanks to Collapse and a Blast of Lava and Steam, and kills this guy. Alright. Looking good. Alright, so that's that for fast powers. I'm going to go for Healthy Island still. Civic Engagement. Remove 1 strife on each board. Remove 1 strife. If you can't, invaders do +1 damage per land when ravaging in lands with towns and cities. Doesn't matter. Casualties of Fang and Sting. There's a lot of venomous spiders going around. On each board, destroy 1 explorer or town in a land with a beast. Pretty good. So I'll destroy this town here for 1 fear. And that's that. And then keep far from lands with plague. On each board, push 3 to Han from a land with plague. I don't have any lands with plague, so it doesn't matter. And then fear. Nerves Fray. Each player adds 1 strife and a land not matching a Ravage card. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and throw those into this. I like doing strife on cities, but I'll do one in here as well. Okay. Ravage. So they will ravage in this land here, and then because I'm playing against Scotland 5, they have Runoff and Bilgewater. After a ravage action adds blight to a coastal land, add 1 blight to that board's ocean without cascading. Treat the ocean as a coastal wetland for this rule and for blight removal or movement. Okay. No ravage here, no ravage here, no ravage there. Good. Build in mountains. I got 1 town up in the corner, and 1 town here still thanks to Scotland's special role. And then explore jungle and wetlands. Okay. Interesting. Alright. So I'm exploring here. Not exploring here because I skipped 2 of those actions. This one is just going to lose its wilds somewhere. And then we'll explore a few. That's alright. And then on, let's see, on the other board, I will explore here and here. That's really the worst one to get, but it is what it is. All right, so all three of Volcano's boards, and I do have the coastal card coming up soon. Yeah, it is next. So these coasts are an issue. Alright, I'll see if I can deal with those. So that's that. Now I go to slow powers. I will do Powered by the Furnace of the Earth. Go back up in here. And now Angry Bears I can use at 1 range. So I'll do 2 fear and 2 damage. I think I will do that in here, which gets me 3. And then if no beasts are present, I add 1 beast. That may be the first time I've successfully used Angry Bears. It just doesn't seem like a good card in most cases. Having an extra range from Volcano, though, is not bad. So that was Powered by the Furnace of the Earth. I can gain a power card as well for 3 energy, or for 2, which is probably worth it. Yeah, let's gain a power card. I think I'll just gain a minor. And that'll put off my Reclaim, potentially. Alright, so I've got Tormenting Rotflies. Still nothing with fire and earth. Drift Down into Slumber is okay. Twilight Fog brings Madness, and Encompassing Ward. I think I'll go Drift Down into Slumber. It's not even enough to defend there. Bad cards, man. Tormenting Rotflies might be better. It's bad elements, though. Yeah, I'll stick with Drift Down into Slumber. It's probably getting forgotten, though. Okay. And then with Frogman, let's see. I've got... Neither of these has a moon, so I don't have Forsake Society to chase after dreams. I do have Never Heard From Again, but not at the right level, so... not many lands I can do anything with. So that's that. Okay. So the Mountain Ravage isn't too bad, but I need to figure out what to do about... Well, this one could potentially be bad because it's going to cascade into the ocean. So I need to figure out what to do about that. 3. Actually, Drift On into Slumber will stop this Ravage. It just needs the 1, so that might be alright. Take that marker back. I'm probably getting a Blighted Island this turn, but that should be okay. Alright, so I'm going to go do Growth 3 again with Volcano. Get 3 more energy. And I'll keep going top track, so that I can get that 5 energy this turn. I'm lousy with energy, so I'm going to go ahead and get a major power. See if I can get a better one than Angry Bears. Well, that actually did at least kill something. So I've got Dissolve the Bonds of Kinship, Volcanic Eruption, Utter a Curse of Dread and Bone. That's pretty good. I never go Volcanic Eruption because I'm always worried about it. But maybe I should. It's a silly card. If I'm going to be going into a Blight soon anyway, maybe it's worth it. So I can kill everything there. Let's do it. You know, I never play with this card, and it's fun, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do Volcanic Eruption. I'll just forget Angry Bears, and I can afford it this turn. So let's do it. Let's change some of these just so it's a little bit easier to read. So I can do both a Volcanic Eruption and an Explosive Eruption. That would be interesting. I actually don't have the kicker for it, but it doesn't matter. It does 20 damage, so it's okay. Alright, so that's my turn. I'm going to be cascading from here, but they would have probably done it next turn, so it's fine. Yeah, let's see if I can kill that city, and then I can stop the other coastal build too, so that'll be really good. Alright, nice. I will be going into a Blighted Island, but that's okay. So Reclaimed with Lure. Got the Ravage dealt with there, so I don't have to worry about that. That I can just stop from ravaging next turn with Infestation of Inno Spiders again, so that's okay. So, what do I want to do? Let's see, I've got 3 moon, so I think I'd like to do Softly Beckon Ever Inward and Gift of the Untamed Wild. See if I can hit the highest level of my, or the 3rd level of Forsake Society. No, I don't have a beast if I do that. Yep, can't quite hit it. Needed that. So, that's alright. They are going to build here as well, which is a problem, but it's a future turn problem, not a this turn problem. I think I still will do that, though. Even though I don't have the damage. Wish I had that extra plant unlocked, but I'm growing slowly at the moment. Alright, yeah. Softly Beckon Ever Inward and Gift to the Untamed Wild. And I'll get a plant again for my element. I get 2 energy for that growth. And then 2 just for being me. Now we're just going to pay for Softly Beckon Ever Inward. Alrighty. So that's my turn. Let's see what happens with this. So this one's slow, unfortunately, but that's alright. Just more stuff to destroy. So let's go ahead and do Drift Down into Slumber. It's normally 2 range, but because I have at least 3 presence there, it's 3 range. So I will go ahead and Drift Down into Slumber right here. It's just offending 1, but that's alright. And then Explosive Eruption I would like to do. Problem is, if I flip the Blighted card and it is... If it's the one that makes you immediately destroy 3 presence, I would lose if I do this. But I think it's worth the risk. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's do it. It'll stop a build here. So I'm going to do an Explosive Eruption with 4. So I can get the Fear. Oh, I don't have 3 fire. I can't do that with 4. Nope. So let's do it with 3. So that's all I need. And then I'm going to destroy this city. For 2 Fear. So, better hope that I don't flip with that Blighted Island card. If I do, I'm just going to take a different one. I should just take it out, because it's no fun. I could play around it. I mean, I'm aware of it. It's okay. It'll be fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Yeah, so that's that. Fast powers are done. I'm going to go into an event. Lesser spirits imperiled. The invader spread is threatening many of the island's smaller spirits. You may tend to your own strength. Each spirit gains 1 energy. Discard 1 minor power per player from the deck for each with plant. Remove 1 blight from the blight card, returning it to the box. For each with beast, destroy 1 Dahan and a land with blight. Don't want to do that. So I'd rather forge a web of mutual support. Cost is 4 energy per player, aided by plant. Each player destroys 1 of their presence. Oof, well, that's okay. But each spirit gains 1 permanent element for the rest of the game. Choose separately now. Well, I'm glad I only did 3 presence eruption on Volcano, because now I actually can do that. And that'll be really good for... For lure. That'll actually let me hit the kicker on Infestation of Venomous Spiders next turn, which is really good. Really, really, really good. Because that's going to do 8 damage in that coastal land. No, because they're flipping it this turn. It's still fine. Yeah, it will still do 8 damage in that coastal land. Okay, yeah, so I definitely want to do that so that I can get an Earth on lure. So let's go with Forge a Web of Mutual Support. So I'm going to destroy this presence. Very, very dangerous, but that's okay. And yep. And then gain 1 permanent element for the rest of the game. So on Volcano, I think I'll do fire. I have more stuff with earth. Mark that there. And then with lure, I still need to destroy 1, but I'm getting earth. And lure is going to destroy... I guess, well, I do need the sacred site there, so I guess this guy. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. Quit the farmlands. On each board, push 1 beast to a land without towns or cities. 1 fear if explorers are present. Can't really do that, so... well, it's required, so... push that guy in there. And push... without beasts. Okay. And then return to old pillars. On each board, gather 1 or 2 Dahan into a land with Dahan setup symbols. So what time is it? Oh, I'm good on tennis. Alright, so gather 1 or 2 Dahan into a land with Dahan setup symbols. Let's see. Alright. Oh, one of those he has to fight back. Well, it's required, so let's do those there. And I'll at least save them, I guess, for the time being. Into there. Okay. No fear card this turn. I'm 1 away. Hopefully that means I'm gonna get to Terra level 2 thanks to Volcanic Eruption, so that's fine. So Ravage. So this is defended 1. So 1 Dahan will take a damage, and then they'll fight back and kill the town. That gets me a fear card. Nothing there, nothing there. They will Ravage there. And as long as this isn't tipping point, I should be okay. Back against the wall. Okay. That should be alright. Each spirit phase, each spirit gains +1 energy and +1 card play. Okay, good. Of course, I'm causing a cascade with Volcanic Eruption, but that's alright. They would have done it with a Ravage next turn anyway. So that'll be okay. Alright, so back against the wall. It'll be tight, but doable, I think. Alright, so that was it for the Ravage. Next I get the build. They're going to build in jungles and wetlands. So I'm no longer going to build here because there's no adjacent city. They will build there. That's fine. And they will build a city here, which is okay. And a city here. And then I've got non-coastal lands as well, surprisingly. So it'll be that. And that. And then explore coastal. What a surprise! And they're going to go ahead and explore with 2 towns. And I think I looked it up, and you can't cheat and have them only explore with 1 town. So it will be that. And we'll go. So the board's in poor shape, but that's okay. Okay, cool. So next up, I'm going to go to slow powers. Let me go ahead and do my volcanic art. Actually, I'll do powered by the furnace of the earth first. So get another presence in there. How much fire do I have? 3 fire, 4 earth. It's not enough for the next level of return to the first of the earth. I'm not going to gain a power card. So I'll do my volcanic eruption. So I'll go ahead and do that into this coastal land here. So it's 20 damage, so it's enough to kill everything. So this is going to be 5 fear, +6 for the card. Gets me into Terra level 2. It will cascade, which is pretty dangerous, but I think I'll be alright. And that's that. You're having a slumber, good on that. So next I've got lure, can gather some stuff. Lure's board's messy, but it is what it is. I can't gather stuff out of there, that's an issue. I didn't even think of that. Well, that could be game ending. But we'll work on it. Alright, well first I'll use Gift of the Untamed Wilds. I'll go ahead and add a Wilds token in here. Then I'll use Softly Beckon Ever Inward, also in here. beasts. And that's that. I do have Never Heard From Again. No, I don't. Oh, I didn't take my extra element here. So I would have taken a plant. So I do have Never Heard From Again and Forsake Society to Chase After Dreams. Let's actually use that right here. Although I can't kill those guys. I'm going to retcon slightly here. Say that I added this in there. And then I can destroy 2 of these. And that's still okay. So I think I'm good. Alright, so discard. I've got to reclaim on Volcano. I don't really want to. But I will gain 3 energy. Plus 5 more. And this Ravage in Sands and... yeah, that's an issue. Okay. So I can give up the Ravage here. It's not great, but it's something. So give up the Ravage there. I'll be down to 1 blade on the card. That's fine, I think. Okay. So with Volcano, I have 1 card play. I have Oodles of Energy. I could do another Volcanic Eruption, but that's a bad idea, since I only have 2 blight left, and I'm gonna get at least 1 this turn. So let's do Pyroclastic Bombardment, I think. Or just drift down into slumber, save my energy, and hope that one of these fear cards lets me defend that. That's probably okay. It's not great, but let's do it. I'll just do a drift down into slumber with Volcano. Next turn's going to be a bigger turn. Yeah, that's all I can do. Okay. Alright. So that's Volcano's turn. I'll save up energy, and assuming that this game continues. And then with Lure of the Deep Wilds, I'm going to go for adding a presence from bottom track, because that's going to let me get Infestation of Venomous Spiders at its highest level. Don't have any Badlands in here, which is an issue. Let's put it in there. And I think I'm gonna gain a power card. No, I only have 3 card plays. Two card plays, rather. I will have a decent amount of energy, so I could shoot for another major. Oh wait, I have Back Against the Wall. Each turn, each spirit gets +1 energy and +1 card play. Can't forget about that. That's going to be super important. So with that in mind, I will gain a power card. And I'm going to have... let's see, I've got 6 energy. I need 5, so let's take a minor. And I'll retcon where I place that, possibly. Let's take back placing the presence until I see what my minor is, because that could change things. Alright, so minors here. I've got Light Calls to Lake. That's pretty good. Hazard Spread Across the Land. That is probably going to be the play. Devouring Ants and Call of the Dahan Ways. Also very good, but I think I need to go Hazard Spread. because that'll let me try to clean up some of the stuff in here. Yeah. Hazards spread across the land. I will still place from bottom. I'll still put in there. Play these cards. I get an additional energy. Plus 2 more. Pay for those. And then I do actually get an extra card play and an extra energy with Volcano. I'm just not sure what I want to do. Could do Pyroclastic Bombardment. Yeah, why not? Okay, Pyroclastic Bombardment. That way I can guarantee killing that and stopping myself from losing outright. Okay. So that's my turn. Well, let's go ahead and do fast powers. So, with Lure, I'm going to do Hazard Spread across the island. And that's going to let me add a Badlands into here. Then I will use Swallowed by the Wilderness. It's 2 fear. And then 1 damage per token, so it's 3 damage, plus 1 from the Badlands. And not enough to kill the town, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens. That's 2 more fear from killing the city. Yeah, I know, it's hard. Next, I'm going to have Pyroclastic Bombardment, which I'll just use here to kill this town. Gets me another fear card. I will use Drift Down into Slumber right here to defend that one. And that's that. So now I have Infestation of Venomous Spiders, which I will use here. I also gather up to 1, so I have 4 beasts in that land. And I have the kicker for that. I have 2 air, 2 earth, and 3 animal. Actually, I've got more than that, so I've got all that I need. And that's going to let me skip 4 actions there, up to 4, and also do 4 fear. Okay. Now I come to an event. Hopefully it's not one that causes me to lose presence. So let's see, I'm in stage 2, so no bravery without numbers. Invaders do not ravage in lands unless there are more invaders than the current target level. Interesting. Okay. Let's see, prey on the heedless in each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast. That's great. It's going to do 2 damage there. Get me another fear. Alright, and actually right here as well, so 4 damage. So let's do the city, and 1 to a town. And in each land, push 1 Dahan. Is that all? Yeah, that's it. In each land with Dahan, push 1 Dahan per Badlands or Disease to lands without Badlands or Disease. I don't think I have Dahan in any of the lands with Badlands. I don't, so that's fine. That was pretty good. 3 Terror level 2 fear cards. First up here, Too Many Monsters. Each player removes 1 explorer and 1 town from a land with beasts, or 1 explorer from a land adjacent to beasts. Let's go ahead and go in here. And then each player, so let's do that. Well, may as well just remove that too. Okay. Too Many Monsters. Tread carefully. Each player may choose a land with Dahan, or adjacent to at least 3 Dahan. Invaders do not ravage there this turn. This land. Not ravaging. Awesome. Okay. And then Angry Mobs. In each land with 2 or more explorers, destroy 1 explorer or town per 2 explorers. I don't think there are any lands with 2 or more explorers. Nope, there are not. Pretty good turn though, and I think I'm in pretty good shape to clean this up in a turn or 2. I don't know how long it'll take. We'll see. Okay, so now I go to Ravage. So, Ravage in jungles and wetlands. I'll do this land first. They are skipping the Ravage there and taking 4 damage because of that, which will kill this city and that town. Gets me another fear card. They're not ravaging here, thanks to Dahan. 1 damage here, not enough. Nothing, nothing, and they're skipping that ravage as well. So my defense is useless, but that's okay. Coastal lands, building, coastal. So I get to choose the order here. So they're skipping here, which means that they're taking an additional 4 damage. Two more fear. No build here. They will still build there. Getting another city. It's okay. And on these coastal lands, no build here, no build here. They will build a city there. I was hoping it would be cleared out, but c'est la vie. Alright, and then explore into sands. No coastal sands with this setup. Interesting. So it'll just be explorers. And then the escalation, most towns and cities are in this one. So let's throw 1 in here and 1 in here. So I can clear those up pretty easily. Actually, I think the escalation technically happens before the exploration, so they can explore that. So that's okay though. Alright. So that's that. Now I go to slow powers. I think I've got a couple. So on Volcano, let's see, I have 3 fire and 4 earth. So I can add one of my destroy presence back on, get my extra range back. I can also gain a power card if I so choose. Yeah, may as well. I'll get another major. Let's see. Unleash a torrent of one's own essence. Tsunami is the way to go. So that's going to let me clear this out. Yeah, it's got the range. It's got everything. Yeah, voice of command's not great. Yeah, I'm taking Tsunami. I'll just forget, drift down into slumber. And then slow powers on lure. I think I do actually have never heard from again, so I can add a Badland somewhere. Let's do it there. And that'll let me destroy that guy. I think I also have, no I don't. I have, none of these have moon, really? Yeah, I guess not. And I gained a power card, so yeah. Okay, that's alright. So yeah, I'll just destroy that one explorer. Now my turn's over, and I go back to growth. I'm gonna have to reclaim again with lure, so I will go to that. I'll also gain my extra card play, or my extra energy. And I'm not sure whether I want to go for gaining a power card or gaining the energy, or gaining the other stuff, this heals. I think I would like to let's see, I'm gonna have lots of energy anyway. I think I'll be okay. But more energy is good. And let's see, what can I do with this? I think I'll be able to lure out a city. There's no city near me, but there might be. Well, there's these, but I might do a thing there. Okay. Oh, and there's this thing. Boo. Okay, gotta figure that out too. Interesting. That's gonna be tricky. Alright, I think I will gain a power card. No, I won't. I'm gonna gain the energy and the thing. Yeah, I'll have 2 fear cards at the very least. I think it'll be okay. I think. We'll see. This is risky what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll get the 2 energy. I have 3 card plays, so I'm going to be doing Infestation of Venomous Spiders, Swallowed by the Wilderness, and Gift of the Untamed Wild. Is that the play? Nah, Softly Beckon Ever Inward. That's the play. Okay, and I've already got moons. I've got lots of stuff. I will gain another moon so that I can hit highest level of Forsake Society to Chase After Dreams. We'll see if I can actually do anything with that, but that's okay. All right. Yeah. So that's that. Next. Yeah, I can work with that. Okay. So that is lure. Get 2 energy just from growth as well. And trade a couple of these out. Expensive turn, actually. Can't do that one. Maybe I can. No. Yeah. Too many choices. All right. Okay. Now Volcano's turn. So Volcano's turn, a little tricky. Let's see. I do want to do Tsunami. Let me gain my 1 energy just from the Floated Island card. I think I want to go 2 presents here. So I can do a level 4 or level 2 Explosive Eruption and get all the fear. And I'll be able to push into tier level 3 with this. Yeah, and I think since I get to choose which order it lands Ravage in, I think that will be okay. I'm not sure if the Ravage counts as 1 complete action, though. I'll look it up at the end of this game if it matters. Okay. So I'm doing, let me get my 5 energy. That's a lot. This was growth 2. I'm doing Tsunami. Johnny Tsunami. Exaltation of Molten Stone. And Lava Flows. Okay. Alright, moment of truth. Let's go into this turn. So, I'm going to go ahead and do Exaltation of Molten Stone. So I split 2 energy. And if Lure had any guys in mountains, then I would have an extra range from those, but I don't. So 2 more energy from my 4 fire. Now I'm going to go ahead and do an Explosive Eruption. 4. So I get 4 fear. Targeting this land. So 6 fear. Gets me another fear card. Still 3 free cards away. Man, Scotland has so many fear cards. Okay. Yeah, we'll see if that's worth it. Next up, that was Exaltation and Explosive Eruption. Next up is going to be Lure of the Deep Wilderness. Well, let's go ahead and do an Infestation of Venomous Spiders. So I add another beast in here, and gather 1 beast. I get 2 fear for that. And invaders skip 1 action for each of those beasts. And I have the kicker, so after each action they skip, they're going to take 4 damage. Next, I'm going to do Swallowed by the Wilderness. I'll just do that here. It's not great, but it's 3 fear. And that's it. I've only got 2 fear cards, so we'll see what happens. Alright, an event. In stage 2 still, so Invested Aristocracy. After the Ravage step on each board, if no blight was added to the board, add one town to the highest numbered land with no invaders. Let's see, Prey on the Heedless again. Wow, okay. In each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast. That can at least kill that. Which gets me a 3rd fear card. 1 damage, 2 damage, can kill that. That's it. And then, okay. On each board, add 1 Dahan to a land with 2 or more Dahan. So let's do 1 here. There. Might not even need the tsunami. It's weird. Okay. Alright. So that's that. 3 fear cards. Hopefully 1 gives me at least 1 defense in this land. In each land with tokens. Or adjacent to 3 or more such tokens, which this one is. Defend 5. So this is defend 5. That one's defended 5. I've got lots of defense here. Okay, so I'm good. Set by many troubles. Sense of Dread. On each board, remove 1 explorer or town from a land matching a Ravage card. So it's coastal. Well, those are all going to die. It's just removal. I don't even want to, but okay. And then Theological Strife. Each player adds 1 Strife token in a land with presence. Each player gains 1 energy per sacred site they have in lands with invaders. Okay. Well, let's do that here and here. And I get 1 energy. Ravage, coastal, empty, skipping. They skip, so they take 4 damage. Which gets me 2 more fear. Build in Sands. It does get 2 cities, unfortunately. And then Jungles with Escalation, my final stage 2 card. So it'll be this board, which is fine. So I'll add a town in here, and a town in... I think it's still okay to do it there. I can swallow them with the wilderness next turn. So that's that, and they need to explore as well. So they're exploring in there. Actually, no, they skip it. Skip this exploration and take 4 damage. Which kills both of those. Gets me 3 more fear. It's pretty good. And on this board, they will explore into there. Not there, which is unfortunate. And that's that. Slow powers. I've got Softly Beckon Ever Inward, Forsake Society to Chase After Dreams. Unfortunately, I can't really do much there. But I think it's still probably worth it to try to clear those cities out, because if I can kill the last cities here in the fast phase, I'll be good to go. So I have 3 moon, 2 air, and 1 beast, but more than that, which means that I can replace 1 city with 3 explorers. I'm very close to having 4 air to repeat that power, but that's okay. So let's replace this one with 3 explorers. And then gather them in here, which I can't really do anything about, but that's fine. Yeah, that's all I got. Okay, and then with Volcano, this is going to be the lamest tsunami ever, but I will at least tsunami this coast. Oh, I can't. I don't have a sacred site. Oh, that's a problem. And I guess it's alright, because these were cleared out, so it's just kind of a waste of 6 energy. Good planning on my part. I do have lava flows, which will flow over yonder. I could have it flow in there, but I want to be able to kill that city in the fast phase next turn. So, yeah. Okay, that's that. And then I have Powered by the Furnace of the Earth. I will add one of my Destroyed Presence back here. I can gain a power card, which I will. Let's gain another major. I finally got something with fire and earth, and it's Pent Up Calamity, which is arguably the best card in the game, so I will take that. I'll be able to hit the kicker for that very easily. I'll just forget Tsunami. It was useless for me. And that's that. Go ahead and discard. And I should be able to win in the fast phase this turn just by killing that last city, although I'm still a decent amount of fear away. Let's see, 2 fear cards, so yeah, that won't win me the game. So I do have to be pretty careful here. Oh, I do have Softly Beckon Ever Inward, which I guess I'll clear out these lands and beckon them in here. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, this is going to be tricky still. Alright, now discard. I'm back to a reclaim again on Lure. I forgot to move stuff around, I think. Although at this point I'm just kind of stuck in a reclaim loop, so let me mark that. I'm going to reclaim again with Lure. That should be fine. I'm not growing, but it's okay. I'm playing kickered Infestation of Venom Spiders every turn, which is worth it. And then with Volcano, let's see, discard these. I think I need to reclaim so I can get Pyroclast Bombardment back. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna reclaim, gets me 3 energy. Each spirit gets 1 energy just from back against the wall. I gain a power card. May as well just gain a minor. So I have a lot of energy, it's not infinite. Actually, you know what? I'll just gain a major. I've got the stuff for it. So Wounded Wild turns against the assailants. That's probably the play. It's pretty fun. Instruments of their own ruin, also not bad here. And it's fast. Let's do that. I'll just forget Volcanic Eruption, because I'm not using that again. Alright, and let's go. So that was that. Reclaim. Okay, I'm doing Pyroclast Bombardment, Pent-Up Calamity, and Instruments of their own ruin with Volcano. Which is expensive, but I can afford it. Let's trade out some of these singles. Okay, so Volcano's turn, pretty set in stone, doing all of those, and that's gonna let me do some fun stuff. And it's also got 5 fire, which is good. If assuming that the game doesn't end in the fast phase, but it is, so that's fine. With Lure, let's go ahead and just keep doing what I'm doing. I'll have a decent amount of energy here. Let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's grab a major with Lure and see what I get. Paralyzing Fright's pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. Paralyzing Fright. Just more fear to hopefully guarantee that I can push this to level 3 and get my fear victory. And I'll just forget Softly Beckon Ever Inward. Okay. So that was gaining a power card, and let's go. So 2 energy. I'll trade out a little bit. I think I'll use Paralyzing Fright and Infestation of Venomous Spiders. That gives me the kicker of both, as long as I played Swallowed by the Wilderness. So I just need 9, which is exactly what I have. Nope, I have 1 more. So, okay. Forgot about the one from back against the wall. Okay, so this should end the game. I should be alright here. But let's see, just in case something dumb happens. So Paralyzing Fright, I have the kicker for. I have 3 earth and 2 air. So I'm going to go ahead and target, I don't have that many lands I can do, but I'll target this land for 8 fear. And invaders skip all actions in that land this turn. Infestation of Venomous Spiders. It's 2 range from a Sacred Site, so I can go ahead and target this land here. I'm going to add a beast. Gather a beast. Don't need that marker. For each beast, 2 fear, and invaders will skip 1 action. Pushes me into Terror level 3, so all I need to do is kill that city up there, and I win. But let's clean up the board a bit, so I'll do Swallowed by the Wilderness somewhere where I can. I'll just do it here. It does 4 damage, 6 damage because of the Badlands, so I'll kill all of the towns. And that's 5 more fear. And then I get to Volcano. So Volcano, let's go ahead and do Pent-Up Calamity first, I think? Nah, not first. Let's do Instruments of their own ruin here. I'm going to add a Strife onto this land. Each invader with Strife deals damage to other invaders in target land. Gets me a fear. And then Pent-Up Calamity. Well, let's do Pyroclastic Bombardment first, so that will do some damage here. Between Pyroclastic Bombardment and Pent-Up Calamity, I can clear out this land, which I will do. So that would be another couple fear. And that is a Terra level 3 victory over Scotland 5. First time playing Scotland 5. Those coastal potential coastal cascades are scary. I only had one, thankfully. But that was a pretty good game. I'm really happy with that. I don't think, unlike the last game I played that was a complete disaster when I was playing Finder in Volcano, I don't think I missed any major rules here. But when I rewatch, I'm sure that I will be aghast at whatever I messed up. It always happens. There's always at least one thing that you guys point out for me, and that's okay. I like learning from mistakes, and as much as it is nice to just play on the digital version and have everything taken care of for you, I like playing the board game. It's cool. It's fun. It's good moving tokens around, playing with pieces and stuff, and that's what I'd rather do. So with that, sometimes comes errors, but hopefully this game there weren't any big ones. Let's see, this one was not digital. I've been playing a lot of digital. I've been working through level 6 adversaries and True Solo. Maybe I'll stream one of those games someday. True Solo, it's a lot easier to kind of keep track of things. So I definitely bump the difficulty down a little bit when playing with 2 spirits. But Volcano and Lure I'm fairly comfortable with, so it wasn't too bad. Let's see, board D. Oops, that's the wrong line. And we'll fix that later. Alright, so let's see how my score was this game. I'm just adding it up right now. Okay, so Blight, not a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Blight on the board. Not great, but it is what it is. Dahan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Somehow only net loss of 2. That's not bad considering I sacrificed 3 on the second turn for no reason. So that's okay. And then cards left in the deck, I had all the Terror level 3 card, or the stage 3 cards, aside from the one that was bumped up. So that's 4 cards left in the deck. For a score of 59. That's pretty good. I feel like this was about an hour, maybe hour and a half. I'll have to double check. So yeah, that was a pretty good game. Very happy with this. Scotland recently has been probably my favorite adversary to play against. They're just nice and standard. First time playing against 5, like I said, that potential runoff there from stage 5 is scary. It just adds a lot of blight to the game. So that's a risk, but I think I mitigated that pretty well across these 2 spirits. Getting Infestation of Venomous Spiders, excellent card, especially when you can hit the kicker for that. It's amazing. So pretty good card to get for Lure for his first major. Volcano, getting Volcanic Eruption is fun. I'm not sure if it's even that good, but it's just a cool card to have for Volcano Looming High, so that was fun. And yeah, it was a pretty good game overall. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this. I will continue to post 2-handed games. I'm going to try, I think, next time to do some of the base spirits with aspects. There are a couple aspects that I haven't used before, so I think that'll be interesting. And they haven't been on my channel yet either, so that'll be nice to get some variety with that. I'm going to stick with the not playing with scenarios, though. Just when I'm doing 2-handed games, there's enough that I have to consider that I don't want to burn my brain out completely. But if you enjoyed this, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the feedback. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time.